Okay, hello everyone, it's my second video of the day, and I'm here to describe, essentially, how I figured out the Vitruvian Man. Okay, so, I woke up in the middle of the night about 3 years ago, and I started drawing these images, basically, on the Vitruvian Man. And I came to a lot of conclusions. Not conclusions, they're very open still. They're more theories, sorry, than anything right now. But behind me here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is my map of time. These are, upside down. Wait a second. Yep, there it is. Okay. Alright. So, as I explained in my last video, essentially these are 15 circles going east and west, okay? Well, they're 15 four-dimensional images. And this is east and west, so if I can create another one that's up and down, the same amount of circles, but 14. So it's 14 plus 14, which is, what is that, 28? No, 14 plus 14. No, not 14 circles, so 25, 12, sorry. 12 circles, plus one in the center. If I can do another one up this way, I can essentially create like an infinity symbol of a map of time, but I'll talk to you guys about that later. Anyways, back to the Vitruvian Man. So, where to start? Alright, well, it all started with me doing research on Da Vinci, and I kept seeing these clues that he left behind, like, the umbilical cord and all that stuff, but that was after I really first drew this image and really started understanding what it is. And when I got to this conclusion, I had so many more questions about, what could be possible, what is time, what is all that stuff. Well, at first it wasn't even about what is time, it was like, what does this mean, really? And I noticed that I believe it's either the minor arcana or major arcana, there's 22 cards, right? But, so, in that tarot card deck, it's a tarot card deck. I don't know if that's the minor or major arcana, I just forgot. But in the tarot card deck, there's 22 circles, essentially. 22 cards, okay? So inside this diagram, I have exactly 21 circles, all balanced around one specific point, the belly button, which is right there, okay? Now, if you look it up, the 21st card in the tarot card deck is the World card. It's literally labeled the World card. Now, if you look, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but if you look at this at an angle, you might be able to see that it looks like a globe with two men standing inside of it. Now, if I can get this two-dimensional image into a three-dimensional or fourth-dimensional diagram, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. But right now, I don't have the resources or money to buy equipment or software to basically create it. So, and kind of I don't really have the know-how to do it either. So I'd have to definitely learn how to do it. But with people helping me along the side, I could definitely get something going. So essentially, I'm on my fool's journey right now. I'm the 22nd card in the card deck, in the tarot card deck. I carry this around with me everywhere. I mean, I've done it for 3 years. This same piece of paper, this is 3 years old. I know it doesn't seem very long in a lifespan, but I've carried this thing around with me everywhere I went. No matter if it was just for school, class, anything, but I'd constantly observe everything around me. And I noticed with this that every circle is revolving around one point perfectly in symmetry. It's all balance. That's really the whole answer to it. There's always two sides of the story. That's why there's two men inside of it, but they're looking at each other from different perspectives. So like the Mona Lisa, in one of the other Da Vinci's work. If you notice that she's leering left in one of the images, or like if you're looking at it, she's leering left, and then if you shine it in the sun, if you print out a copy of the Mona Lisa and shine it in the sun the other way around, she's leering right. So essentially it's just basically two perspectives looking around one point. Now what I want you to do, people who are watching this video, is I want you to go to the mirror in your bathroom or anywhere in your house. I want you to look directly into the mirror as close as you can. Picture this is the mirror. Get as close as this, okay? Look into your pupils, and you'll see a reflection. Turn the light on, obviously, but look into your pupils, and you'll see a reflection of yourself looking at you, leering at you from both directions at one specific point. Now I went through a load more, work, around the Vitruvian Man, but I really first started understanding it when I started jumping into time, and then I went back to the Vitruvian Man. I was like, why don't I try to decipher the Vitruvian Man text? I mean, wouldn't that be like the first thing you would do if you figured something out like this? Well, I didn't think so, so I just kept going, and then I went back and I finally figured out like why, what the text meant, and I described that in my last video. It's called Time Explained, or Time Explained: the secrets of our universe left behind. The names of the videos, and you can go back. I'm sorry, I kind of look homeless in some of those, but I'm in my room, so. But yeah, I mean, this image, it basically represents science and religion in one concept. I mean, everything's revolving around the belly button. Now, Da Vinci was huge on the umbilical cord and the baby in the womb. Everyone's famous drawings and sketches of the human body. I mean, the baby in the womb is very well known, okay? Well, if they're all revolving around one specific point, the belly button. Now, the belly button gives you what? What's attached to your belly button when you're born? The umbilical cord, which gives you life. It gives you energy. Now, here's the craziest part, too. No one will admit it, or no one, you may never talk about it, but when you meet someone for the first time, or whatever the case may be, and you get a bad vibe or a good vibe about that person, where does that feeling accumulate? It's a gut feeling right here, right around your belly button. It's where your energy is, and you feel it for some reason, and your instinct is to trust it, right? That's everyone's instinct when it comes to stuff like that. But what I figured out is that you are two people, essentially. You have a good side and you have a bad side, but if you can find the balance in between both, then you can create the most balanced chi you've ever had. And you can do whatever you want in this life. You can do whatever you want, anything in the world. If you can understand truly who you are, that's, a very key point to understanding how to go about living your life. Now, it's just weird. I mean, I'm going to talk about the number 9 in this video as well. Actually, I'll do that in a separate video. This one I'll just keep it short and sweet. But yeah, essentially this image is just combining science and religion. The idea that you create and destroy everything with your mind, right? You are your own God. So you're science and religion combined. One person, every single person in the universe is God. Every single one. And you are Jesus too. See, or Muhammad, or all these other things, all these other people, right? That, people who believe in religion look up to, okay? Well, you're God because you create and destroy everything with this. Your perspective is everything. If you woke up tomorrow and forgot who you were, then you'd be a completely different person, right? That means that your mind is your God. Your mind is your own little universe, and you can do whatever you want with it. Once you can tap into it, not saying like I have, but I'm just tapping into it, and I'm seeing the, everything. I feel free. I really do. Yeah, I dropped out of college and did all this stuff, but I want to go back, not just to go back and get a degree. I want to go back and learn more so I can put energy and time into this with professors, with other people, other physics teachers or whatnot, so I can tell them this is something bigger than, bigger than myself, but I'm reaching for the fucking I'm reaching for the cosmos. I'm reaching higher than anyone I believe ever has. I'm not saying Einstein hasn't or Stephen Hawking hasn't. I'm just saying I'm doing it on my own level. I'm doing my own version of it. And I believe that if Stephen Hawking and I ever meet one day, which hopefully is soon, we can work together. And I believe I understand and basically took the theory of everything into a visual image that everyone can see, which is this and this. That's like, that's all I can explain it as. I don't have a for sure if I, you know, I don't have a sure answer for anything, but it's all theory still. It's all theory. But there's so many coincidences that it just can't be theory. You know what I mean? It's not just theory if you're meeting all these coincidences and I'm dreaming about this stuff and I'm waking up in the middle of the night to draw this, and I'm looking that, Sforzini, I believe it's Sforzini, the guy who invented the tarot card deck, was good friends with Leonardo da Vinci, and what better way to hide something that's, you know, what better way to hide something when religion is ruling the world at the time? If you're going against religion, you get crucified. What better way to hide it is than right in front of everyone, where it's not a secret anymore. You're letting the universe decide who sees it or not. It's right in plain sight. It's the perfect place to hide it. It's just simple as that. That's why when I said in my last video, once you can understand how simple life is, and you look at the simple things in life, you can really fully understand basically how, the complex works. It's that simple. It's everything that we need to expand the future has been here the whole time. It's just when you look past things and you think the details aren't worth looking at, or it doesn't make sense, or there's no scientific equation for it, or there's nothing to back it up, does that mean that it's worth nothing? If that's the concept our universe or our world of people is going to look at, then we're not going to get anywhere. We got to take in every single possibility into the equation, into the theory of everything. This is the theory of everything. I'm talking about things beyond me, but I love talking about this stuff because I'm talking about time in relation to the human body and to relation to, the universe, and talking about different dimensions. And I'm telling you, but I have actual proof here. Proof. I'm not just bullshitting or BSing, excuse me. I have a theory of everything visually. I see it everywhere. Everywhere I go. It's there. And I'm looking at the sky and I'm seeing these little particles moving around. Yeah, it may sound insane, but sometimes the people who are insane are reaching so far that they're tapping into a whole new world, a whole new idea, a whole new perspective. This is just a perspective, okay? This is a perspective, and I want the world to see it one day, but I'm going to give them the option to look at it and to observe it and to understand it. I'm not going to force it onto anyone, kind of like what religion does, or governments do, or politics, or any of that stuff. I'm just going to let it go and let the world understand it in the way they want to. Because in anywhere, not just America, like governments and all this stuff, the people of the world, you have an option to do whatever you want in life, anything. Beyond all these wars and all this stuff going on in your country. Yes, I live in America in a home, but do you think I wanted to live here? Yeah, maybe I'm not going to go into that, but I want to help people, and I want to help the world, and I want to show the world. I want to change the world. I want to change people's perspectives, but I want to keep their roots, I want them to see it for themselves, not me. Here it is, here it is, here it is, believe it. Don't, I just want people to see it. That's it. But anyways, that's kind of the conclusion on the Vitruvian man. And I'll go into my next video talking about the sequence of 9 and numbers, and how I kind of brought all of that back to time and all that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. Appreciate it.